Hey guys, welcome to the Academic Answers podcast, where we discuss the questions on personal development, on happiness and success, on living a life of freedom so we can contribute and reach our full potential as human beings and deliver what we came here with. We all came with something. You can find me over there on Facebook, find me on YouTube, Blue and Motivate the Car or Success Academy. Send me a message on Instagram and I'll send you all my links. It's Blue and Motivate the Car. That's Instagram, Blue and Motivate the Car. You'll find me there, and reach out to me, say something. I'm not talking at you, I am talking to you. And so many times people reach out to me and I was able to help, and they were able to help me to show me a fresh perspective, challenge me, tell me I'm stupid, tell me I'm an idiot, show me a different way, criticize. It doesn't matter, give me some form of feedback. I appreciate you either way, and I love human beings. I am a people person. I love people and I love to connect with people. I like to know where you're from. I like to know what your interests are. I like to know everything. Just connect with me. I'm a nice dude. I talk to people. I answer all my comments, and I run many different accounts all over social media, and I do try to reach out and go back sometimes and answer as much as I can. And if I get to the point where it's too much, I'll get someone who will give me the broad outline, and I'll really respond to everything. That's how I think, that's how I operate, that's who I am. So this question is a topic that I'm really passionate about, and it is about the middle class and why some people are able to break out and why some people are not, and what's the greatest thing holding the middle class people back. And I'd like to speak specifically from my perspective as someone who come from humble beginnings, really poor, grew up in a farming community, never had much. We struggled to get by, to put food on the table. My grandma, there was 7 of us in the house for the most part when I was growing up, and she struggled immensely to get us going, to keep food on the table and to send us out to school. My mom, who was in the city, worked and sent me through college, did domestic work as a helper to send me through college, and I'm grateful and I'm blessed to be able to rise above it. So I get the unique opportunity to see many people struggle. I mean, I went to my primary school, what we call a primary school, what it would be your grade school if you're in a first world country or this side of the world, a Western world. I think our British system comes from the British system. You'd call it grade school. So my grade school had 1,000 kids, and my high school had another 1,000 kids, and my college had another, 50,000 kids or whatever that number, maybe 10, 12, whatever thousand kids. A lot of people that I've encountered with, that I know through school and through this regular environment growing up with them, have made it to the middle class. So they have bridged the gap and come all the way, which I think is a tougher gap to bridge when you come from family and backgrounds that has never done it. I've never been to college, I've never gotten a job, I've never been a professional. I've seen many of the people, my peers, there are more opportunities now for us to do it than it was for our parents, but I've seen so many of them come out of that dire circumstances when there was nothing in their consciousness to or near to them in proximity that would demonstrate that this is what you model. All that they heard was that education, Marcus Garvey, one of our national heroes, said that education was the only form of upward social mobility for black people. And it still is. While it might not be scholastic skills and scholastic education, but education is still the key, because we live in the information age, and education is what is going to, knowing the knowledge, the information is what's going to make the difference for most people. But there's one thing why we can get to one level and we cannot get to the next level. And there's a story that a research that was done back in the 70s that we have one of our great teachers speak about all the time. He says that of every 100 person you meet today, at the age of, in 25 years, or at the age of when they're retired, not 25 years, when they are retired, only 1 will be rich and 3 will be financially independent. I think he said that 25 would be dead and others would be broke, unable, like 60% of the US right now, or I think 75% of the US, unable after 65 to write a check for $400. people will be poor. And there's one main reason that someone who probably from the poorest class, or someone who has not been brought up in an environment where they can emulate success, there's one main reason that stops someone who works hard, who crush it at their job, who knows what they're doing, who knows skill area, who understand what it is to get something done in whatever area they're in: engineering, in food, in retail, in vocational areas like working for yourself, doing barbering, hairdressing, whatever it is, mechanics, plumbers, electrician. There's one major reason why that is so when it comes on to they're unable to get to the next level. So there's this bridge, and they can get up on the bridge and they can flirt with the other side. For example, they could stretch and get themselves into first class seats, and they could get themselves to the exotic location and stuff. They could drive in the limousines, they could have the expensive car, they could live in those neighborhoods, but they would have not really and truly be free and successful. Like, they would have not been able to dictate the terms of their life. There's one major reason, and I'll tell you that one major reason. We won't make it long today. I won't go to a break. I'll just tell you this one major reason why most people don't manage to get to the next level, even after they've taken themselves to high levels, passed exams, got degrees, got PhD. And it is because their dreams are for sale. They have a price tag on their dreams. So you have this guy who wants to be an entrepreneur. He wants to own his own businesses. He wants to, he's seen something that he emulates and that he would like to have for himself and for his life. It's out there. He's seen it. He's connected with it. He wants it. He started to go after it. But he has a price tag on this dream. So the price tag he places on this dream is being able to fit in. That's as much as a price that he has put on it, being able to fit in, to buy the car, get the house, be able to wear the clothes, go to the places, and have that put on lifestyle that fit in with everybody else and put him above, or put him among or above, his circle. So he's on a job, he earns enough to save enough to invest in his dream, but he has sold out his dream because he can put up a front and he can fit in and he can do the things on this level now. He can pay for the car, he can pay for the house. He don't own them because the mortgage company owns them, but he can pay that monthly and he don't have to do the hard work. The harder work to sacrifice and to do without the car and to spend 4 more hours, wake up earlier to do some work on the dream, and to not to take the 10 vacations a year or 4 vacations a year, and to not to have to go hang out and to go to the Super Bowl after parties. He don't want to do that. He's not paying the price. So he's sold out his dreams for that, for this mid-level, I can do this, I am this fake stuff that is not really and truly him. That's not what he really wanted, but he's able to fit in and to get to a level of comfort, and he's locked into that comfort zone. He don't want to disrupt anything now because this is good. I'm coming from nothing, this is good. And this looks good for 10, 15, in front of 10, 15 other people. I mean, that guy that has his business has a Benz. I have a Benz too. That guy that have his business live next door me. My house is nice too. My Instagram looks nice too. And he's sold out. And 10, 15 years down the road, when something hits, he's living in regrets. So that's the number one reason why people don't make it to the next level when they've tasted flight and they've seen some level of success. They've sold out. There was a price tag on their dreams and they give it up for that price tag. And that ability to look good and that ability to fit in. So they reach far and they've reached the comfort level that makes them look good and feel better than most of their family or like their friends, or come out of poverty and is able to do the things that they only dream of. But they're still not at their dreams. But they have said, you know what, I'll sell this one out. This life is good. But somewhere deep down within them, they're not good. That wasn't their dream. But they're not clear on their dreams, and they don't believe it enough to make the sacrifice enough. So they sold out halfway with a price tag. They've been dragged down to the bargain basement. And they've put their dream on sale. And their employers have bought it for cheap. Have a good one. Guys, don't sell out on your dreams. Believe in yourself and keep going.
Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.